current with contemporary issues in education is a requirement of professional teachers. It's even part of the licensing standard provided by the Minnesota Board of Teaching. But how does a teacher stay current while also planning lessons, building relationships with colleagues and students, and providing students with feedback on their assignments? The job really is never ending, and often plans for continued growth and development that include resources such as professional literature, access to colleagues, technology resources, and professional activities gets put on the back burner. In addition, education is a political topic, so how does one know who to trust and where to go for reputable information? There are so many different ways to solve educational problems, and it's pretty easy to get lost in all of the resources that it seems everyone has to offer. Where you get your information is an important thing to consider as we work to be well-informed educators who are connected to current issues. Surrounding yourself with colleagues who are getting great results in the classroom and asking them where they get their information is a good way to build your network. As a Christian, we also get wisdom and support from other sources, including church fellowship, the Bible, and prayer. Some suggestions as you consider how to stay current on contemporary issues in education, which, by the way, pretty much means staying current in life. Education has far-reaching contexts. First, be a critical consumer. There's no source other than God Himself who should be trusted without consideration. Think about the purpose behind the information being shared and consider what biases are influencing it. It's good practice to go to original sources whenever possible so you can determine for yourself what the implications should be. If you find yourself leaning into information that never conflicts with your thinking, keep searching. One way to be sure that you aren't being lulled into a single story perspective is to seek out divergent ideas and then decide what you think is best. In every message, consider what isn't being said. In media sources in particular, what wasn't said can be as powerful as what was communicated overtly. Twitter is one of the easiest ways to curate a powerful and informative network. By following the authors, researchers, and educational leaders on Twitter, you can get their most up-to-the-minute ideas. You can even ask your ed heroes about certain topics or get feedback on ideas you're working on. If you're new to Twitter, as a more professional tool, search up Kathy Schrock, Schrock. She's an excellent resource on many topics in education, and her Twitter for Teachers is a really quick jumpstart into social media world as a professional development tool. As you start to build your pool of professional information resources, consider these first. Edutopia is a website provided by the Lucas Foundation. Yep, the Star Wars guy. It focuses on successful initiatives in K-12 education. ISTE, or ISTE, is a powerhouse of current educational technology resources. Mindshift is a highly eclectic collection of articles on innovative and current ed topics. Teach 100 is a great place to check periodically as you update the list of blogs you want to follow. And EdWeek is like the CNN or Fox News of educational news. If you start with this group, you'll be off to a really strong start. On the side of government-based resources, there are really three main go-tos. Although not nearly as flashy or appealing as the private entities, these three resources will get you really far. The Institute of Educational Sciences, or IES, has several national centers with great data. The What Works Clearinghouse is a database of research that was developed as part of No Child Left Behind's evidence-based strategies requirement. And if you want to know if a strategy really is researched best practice, check here first. Lastly, if you want to confirm what is being expected in your state, the State Department of Education website is your best bet. Staying current with contemporary issues in education is a requirement of professional teachers. It's up to you to decide where you're going to get your information. As a beginning teacher, start now to develop a solid set of professional sources of information, and then continue to be a critical consumer so you can support your students in the best ways possible.